Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that I received, and the translation of that message, it reads like this. Hello, Brother Nashi, how are you? Can you please post my own story as Hidden Identity? I am a man who is aged 56 years old. I regularly do listen to your channel. There was a friend of mine who made me into these rituals, even though I had made it clear to him that I never wanted to become that type of a person that I am right now. What happened during those years was that me and my friend, we used to move from village to village where we were staying in South Africa, and we were builders. He was the one who had taught me how to make cement bricks. When I arrived in South Africa, I did not know any type of a job. All that I could was to become a security officer. He then said to me, in this land, indeed, it is a land of opportunity, but there is no one who is going to come to you directly with an opportunity. You need to always keep your eyes wide open for any kind of an opportunity so that you can upgrade yourself in life. At that time, I was still working as a security guard, and he said, how much are you earning? I was only earning less than 900 rands without any of this, and it was very difficult because you could never get any off day. That was how much I was making a month. He said, with 900, how are you going to survive? Yet you have kids back home. At that time, my kids, they were still in school. He said, until when will you be working like that? Is it not much better that you upgrade yourself? I then said, how can I upgrade myself, as you know that I do not have any type of a documentation in this land where I am living. I have no passport. And we started using asylums and asylum seekers permit during that time. And then he said to me, how about you work with me and I teach you how to become a builder, how to make bricks, cement bricks. The money that he was promising me, it was not a constant salary. He said that when we work, you get paid, and when we don't get a piece job, we will always hope for something better next time. So leaving a job where I was being paid on a monthly basis constantly to go and to work doing these piece jobs, not knowing what tomorrow was going to bring, was a difficult decision, because I kept on thinking about my kids that I had left that were still in school, and I have 3 kids, 2 girls and a boy, and I said, am I supposed to do this? Oh God, my kids are going to suffer from hunger. But my spirit told me to work with this man. He taught me how to make cement bricks, and we started going around from one place to another doing our piece jobs. I can say that during those years, that was when life became a little bit better. I was even able to go home after each and every 3 to 4 months. Then I would return back to South Africa. I was happy. My wife was happy. My kids were happy. I was even able to buy some cattle. And I said that these cows that I have bought, they are going to assist me in the future. Since my daughter, she was about to reach her O level, and I said when she is about to do her O level, when it comes time for me to pay for exams fees, then what I'll do is that I'll just sell one of the cow, and then we will be able to pay for the registration fees. Fast forward, when my daughter was about to write her O level, that was when this man said that we should come up with a plan where we were supposed to go to Durban, because during those days, that was when a lot of people that were coming from Zim, the industry was now flooded. There were a lot of people who were doing all of this building stuff, and it was too much competition. He said, let us get someone who can help us, to give us good luck, and when we have good luck, then when we can continue with our work, because there were even people that were getting contracts, working on contract as subcontractors for big construction companies, because what these construction companies do is that they do not want to do the labor of hiring people that will be going to work on a daily basis. All that they want is to pocket the contract using their big names and not employing anyone. They'll be sitting in their offices managing the the project, and then they will give the project to different subcontractors, each one with their own work that they have to complete, and then you are the one who is supposed to look for people, then you pay them, and they just use their big names. So we were fighting to get those contracts because a lot of people were earning a lot of money. At least you'll be making much more money, my friend said, more than we are making here in the villages and the locations, because some of these contracts you will be building malls, and then these big companies, they will just come and inspect and see what you will be doing if it was what they wanted. So we went and we visited Esangoma. We traveled from the place where we were staying in Deep Sloot, and then we went to Durban. I was even scared because this man, I mean, like me and my friend, we had never met this man. We had been given his phone numbers and we were told that he would assist us. We arrived there, and when we went to this man, it was in 2016. I was heartbroken because I had been told that my daughter had been impregnated when she was about to write her O-level exams. We spoke with this man, and after we had spoken, this man then told us that we needed to agree with him, and he then said that he was going to give us some charms and lucky charms. He said, with each and everything that you do, there is an equal reaction, and if we were going to get this good luck from him, there were spirits that will follow us, and these spirits that will be assisting us to have luck, good luck, to have good contracts. They would request that we give them something back, and we said, what is it that these spirits are going to require from us? This man then told us that we were supposed to sacrifice our daughters. It was a difficult decision, but he told us that we were not going to kill our daughters. No, he was never going to allow such a situation, and he said that all that you have to do will be revealed to you in time, but your daughters, they can't get married. So when my daughter was pregnant, she went and she started staying with her husband, but there were spirits that would go, and then these spirits were going to make her suffer as I had instructed them to do. I said, follow my daughter, make sure that she suffers as much as possible so that she can leave her husband and return back home. And indeed, at that time when she was suffering, there was good luck that was coming to me. We even managed to get a good contract where there was a government clinic that needed renovation. We got that subcontract using those charms that we had gotten in Durban. Fast forward, after my daughter had stayed with her husband, after a couple of years, I used those charms, and then she returned back home. When her mom told me one day when I had returned back from work, because now we were staying in a different neighborhood with my wife here in South Africa, she told me that there was a problem for our daughter. He had been divorced by her husband. I then traveled from South Africa, going back to Zim as if I wanted to sort out the issue, but I knew that I'll end up doing something evil, sleeping with my own daughter. This was done physically, not spiritually. I had been given some charms that I was told that I had to buy some juice in Zim. They call it Cascade. I bought that Cascade fruit juice and I opened it up and I placed some charms in there. And then I gave it to my daughter. It was me, my daughter, and her siblings. Later in the evening, she came. She was confused to my bedroom. She stood there, and I got up from the bed and I laid with her on her mother's bed as I was performing this ritual of sleeping with my own daughter. That was the ritual that I did, as well as my friend did the ritual with his own daughter. Life continued. As I am speaking with you right now, my last born child, my daughter, she is now 19 years old. I am supposed to sleep with her again. I have been told that I need to do this because the charms, they are expiring. So this is what I started doing to my daughter, for I knew that in the future I need to sleep with her. When she turned 16, I started spoiling her. Even the mother was complaining, but I did not even care, encouraging her to go to nightclubs. And then I would even buy some drugs. When I heard that she was smoking marijuana, I would mix it with what they call dombo. In South Africa, they call it nyaupe, the type of a drugs that the youths are taking these days. I introduced it to my own daughter to make her addicted, so that in the future I can take advantage of her addiction. The time has arrived for me to sleep with my daughter again. I do not want to do this. I have been told that for me to preserve my own life, I have to do this. otherwise the healer cannot assist me anymore. How can I live with myself after sleeping with my first daughter, now sleeping with my second daughter as well, and knowing that I am turning her, making her to become a drug addict? I need redemption, but I don't know where to start. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by our brother, and that was the translation of the message that was sent to us. Please let us try to speak with him in the comment section.